So the key here is to learn how to balance the energy of assertiveness and the energy of receptivity, right? Venus, receptivity, Mars, assertive. Where do we need to balance these energies within us? So on the positive side, we have really dynamic relationships here, right? Things are happening. Things are going on. This is not going to be a boring relationship, let me tell you. But on the other side, it can be exhausting. But why are you in this relationship to begin with? How did you get into that? Why are you there? Why were you open to this? What inside of you wanted this? Did your conditioning bring you into this relationship? Good morning, my lovelies. Welcome back. So in today's video, we are talking about synastry again. You probably already know that because you clicked on this video. We're talking about Venus square Mars in synastry. And I already wrote a blog post about it. It's here, and I will link it below. I have mixed feelings about this aspect. I think this can be a very rewarding energy between two people, but you have to be willing to work on yourself, right? Like each person in the relationship really has to be willing to make that relationship work. This is an aspect that can bring intense chemistry. Also a lot of fun in the bedroom, a lot of attraction. Right from the get-go. Attraction, it's like you don't really know. It might not even be a physical attraction where you're like, oh my God, this person looks so good. But there is something there. You're like, what is this? I want to know more. I'm really hot. It's that kind of aspect. Very quick. We are just, it's like very instant. We don't really have to have long conversations to become interested in each other. It's like, oh yeah, I'm interested in you. I'm not sure why, but I am. I want to get to know you. So you get the foot into the door very quickly. However, let's talk about some key themes here. Like our desires, like our Venusian desires for harmony and love, may be at odds with the drive, the pursuing, the action that we take. And again, because energies flow both ways, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Venus person will always play out the Venus and the Mars person will always play out the Mars. This can reverse, that the person that brings the Venus may play out the Martian energy. So what can that lead to? Well, it can lead to both people expressing their desires and their affection differently. So we may feel the other one coming on too strong. And again, this can shift and change where, we can both feel that from the other. It's like, oh, it's a little much now. I'm still really attracted, but it's just, the way one person approaches, the approach is just, can feel a little too intense at times. So also the square aspect naturally brings friction. And why is that there? Well, because we have to learn something. The whole point of a square is to learn something about yourself. Where are you not fully integrated? Where do you need to learn something to grow further in life? So with Mars and Venus in particular, when these two are in a square, the friction can sometimes feel enticing. It's like, oh. But at the same time, it can also lead to major disagreements. We're not on the same page when it comes to the way we want to be approached and the way we want to be loved. It's like, no, why can't you just love me in a different way? Like, why do you have to love me in this way? Can you love me in that way? What do you need to learn here? What is there to learn for you? Because Mars can be very impulsive, almost aggressive, depending, of course, in what sign we have this, in what signs we are dealing with, right? If Mars is in Pisces, it's going to be less aggressive than Mars in Aries, obviously. But there's still this pushing. And Venus is like, ooh, what are you pushing for? Why do you have to be so pushy? At the same time, Venus is enticed, but also kind of like, there's a bit of an ick factor here. It's like, oof, why? But I'm also attracted, but oof. There will also be a lot of ups and downs in this relationship because, like I already said, Venus wants a gentle approach, but Mars is like, no, I want you like this. So there will be moments of intense closeness and affection, followed by periods of tension and conflict and emotional distance, because Venus is like, no, it's too much. And then Mars is like, oh God, what's wrong with her or him? So we will, it's a roller coaster relationship for sure. But again, what is there to learn? What do you need to learn internally? What do you truly want? How is it possible for you to align? Another little issue that we can come across in this relationship is possessiveness, right? And controlling the other. Jealousy is a big one here. Jealousy is almost always there in some shape or form. There's this like, oh, they are mine. They are mine. I don't want to share them. Why are they talking to this other person? They are mine. And then we can create conflict here. It's like, why did you talk to that person? Why did you have to talk to that person? Did you really have to talk to that person? Did you see how she looked at you? Did you see how he looked at you? Why was that necessary? So there is a lot of room for that kind of conflict in this relationship. So the key here is to learn how to balance the energy of assertiveness and the energy of receptivity, right? Venus, receptivity, Mars, assertive. Where do we need to balance these energies within us? Where are you not allowing yourself to receive, and where are you taking too much? And again, on the other side, where are you too assertive and where are you not assertive enough? Within you. Forget the other for a moment. Within you, what is this energy showing you? What's happening inside of you? So on the positive side, we have really dynamic relationships here, right? Things are happening. Things are going on. This is not going to be a boring relationship, let me tell you. But on the other side, it can be exhausting, of course. So again, finding the balance. We are growing through the challenges. What we often do in these kind of relationships when we have this, squares like this, or also oppositions, we are blaming the other. It's like, oh, look at they are the problem. Well, why are you in this relationship to begin with? How did you get into that? Why are you there? Why were you open to this? What inside of you wanted this? So a few tips when it comes to making this relationship work. First of all, open communication. Don't try to hide anything. Make sure you're very clear about your desires, your needs, your wants in life. Lay it out there. Tell the other. You got to be open here. Because people are not mind readers. At least most of us are not. Some might be already, right? Then patience and compromise, which, for Mars especially, the Mars energy within us won't like that. But that's what the Mars energy is here to learn to, right? Be more patient about the other person's needs, where they come from, what's their past, what's their conditioning, and what's yours, what's your conditioning. Did your conditioning bring you into this relationship? There's a lot of work to do in the unconscious, making things more visible for yourself, understanding why you are the way you are. And then challenge your passion constructively. Maybe you would too want to have a creative project together where you can, challenge, where you can channel all these desires in it. Maybe you are getting a house together and then you decide how you remodel it or how you decorate it or what you want in the house. Could be, of course, another creative project as well. But, find a creative project where you can both channel your Martian and Venusian energies, where you can find the harmony within the project and within yourself. So, not an impossible aspect, but certainly one that will challenge us and challenge the relationship. But again, challenge it to grow. Utilize all that powerful energy, because it's very powerful energy that you have in this relationship with this aspect. So my loves, I wish you a beautiful day. If you have any questions about this aspect in particular, if you want a personal reading, synastry, composite, birth chart reading, feel free to click on the link in the description box and book your reading there. Anything else, feel free to ask, comment in the comment section, and yeah, have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next video.